The City of Lost Illusions, a prayer of St.G. He said something like, "Fi," with a numb mouth. I had seen this many years before at Trevilla in Minneapolis, early victims of MS who were spastic and had no illusion of what life would hold for them. Then he held up 5 twisted fingers and said again, "Fi." He was a constant sight in our neighborhood, his wheelchair driving the city roads, driving the country roads, and cruising the trails in the marsh. He was answering my question at our Starbucks. How far do you usually travel at one time? A mile? I tried not to think about how many miles he had put on since he first knew that his life had disappeared. There was also Betty Lou, who loved Elvis. There was Tommy in my cop's hat, running the flashing lights on my motorcycle and blasting the siren. The bill of the cap, twisted sideways on his head, had a curve not as broad as his smile. We were buds, Tommy and I. We went to Godspell together. We played bingo and ate in restaurants. I could see how little far my fortunes were narrowly escaped from his. Any of us. There was Alan Ace, held up at gunpoint in his apartment. Held up at gunpoint. On a good day, he could barely move a muscle. Dying in his hospital bed, he looked like you, writhing upon the cross. Looking down, you had seen all our fortunes run amiss, as we supposed. Run amiss because they were falsely placed on the 5,000-mile track of our lives. Perhaps our true path was only an inch or a mile. We did not know, and also did not know if we would cruise through the marsh or be stuck in the mud with rattlesnakes. Also did not know if we could be safe in the marsh if it were struck with fire. Did not know if we could ever erase the memory of ourself as a child running through the field. Where had all this gone? And where the illusion of our happiness or to have one normal day? Rightly he said, "Fi," as a medieval man, "Fi on thee," wishing both to end his life and that it had never been. Who was to blame? It is you. Absolutely only you. For you claim to know and do and love all. But what about this mess? Who did this to me? When I evaluate the promises, do they include a life of happiness, of wholeness, of someone loving me all my days? I've lost track. Perhaps it is I who ignorantly sketched the life I was to live. And now we know that the life is in the blood, your blood, the blood of the Christ. So it was you looking down from Alan's deathbed, and you riding a wheelchair down the street, with a face so contorted who can know if you may smile or laugh or be a human being. Was this man across the table from me fully human? Thou sayest, for who did ordain and describe what is human? In whose image are we made? Around me there are millionaires, billionaires, building companies, building dreams. There's too an accident of fate, the destiny that you hold out to us. We are not left in ignorance. All that is necessary for salvation is given to us. It has no rubric, no distortions. It is a maker in love with whom he has made. You had no illusions of us. The illusions were ours. And now does it matter? The city of lost illusions is become the city of God.